Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence.
All right, new Black Media Alert. This is the BAN, Black Alpha Network, the Black AlphaCast, and I'm your man's Black Alpha 6, representing the real way. Indeed, we broadcasting live from our foundational Black American nation, the country that we built. We got our stamp on this motherfucker, and everybody knows that whether they like it or not, the motherfuckers know it. Trust me. But today we're going to touch on something I've been wanting to touch on for years. I've been wanting to make a video about this, and it's something that we talk about around my way all the time. But today we're going to break it down because the time is now, and there's no better place than right here. Bang them subscribes, hit that like, comment, share, and I appreciate all the love, fam, always. This go out to all my brothers, sisters, kings, queens, goddess, and gods. And today we're going to talk about the counterfeit Negro. You know, we represent certified black. We certify black all day. And when you boil it all down and you get to the core of all of this, the thing that matters the most is certifieds versus counterfeits. Those are the two different races that you're going to see within our race. See, the black race is the only race that really has two different groups, two different ones. You ain't never seen nothing like it for a lot of reasons. One is because other groups and other people, they have a gatekeeping system. They have a reprimand system where if you come talking that bullshit, you're going to get ran right out the motherfucking door. If you come up in here and you say something that is anti the consensus, or you say something that is anti the greater group, you will be canceled, dismissed immediately, and your words will hold no weight, no value. That's how other groups operate. When you start talking about our race, oh, it's just an open door policy. Any motherfucker can say anything. Everybody got an opinion. You got a billion different motherfuckers going a billion different ways. People show up with this, I got black skin, so I'm in, but ain't never earned nothing. Ain't really down for the people. You say this is black. He say that's black. He say that's black. Some people think being black is not liking black people. I'm not playing. Y'all know this shit. Hey, listen, we gonna say some crazy, wild ass, unfathomable shit, but it's all gonna be true. And we have all seen it. There's not gonna be one thing that we lay out today that cannot be vouched for. And it's present everywhere you fucking go in society. You go show me 100 black folks in the room and you might get 100 different fucking opinions. The only one that matters is that B1 certified. But trust me, you're going to see a lot of counterfeits. You're going to see a lot of bare minimum blacks, a lot of anti-black blacks, a lot of coon blacks. You're going to see it all. Up and down, left and right, side to side. And this is why black folks get stuck in one place. And this goes all the way back to slavery on the plantation. You had the house Negro. You had the field Negro. Everyone knows a great, great, great speech by Malcolm X, and he broke it down. And this is what we're still dealing with today. You're dealing with the person who valued his race, valued his culture, his ethnicity, and repped it hard, valued his ancestors, valued all his descendants, valued all his offspring. And then you had the other motherfucker who just doesn't give a shit. And it's only himself and slave master. A lot of times, it ain't even himself. It's just slave master, slave master, slave master, slave master. Go to sleep, slave master. Wake up, slave master. Get a crumb from slave master. And that's all they give a fuck about. And being black is the least thing on their mind. Trust me, there are black folks out here who, being black in the black community and the well-being and the welfare of our people that we are passionate about, being black is the last fucking thing on their mind. It's the furthest thing on their mind. They love being something else, or they love being up underneath someone else. And their black skin is only used as a cloak or as a weapon so they can be used by the dominant society to harm us. That's what we call a black decoy. What is a black decoy? A black decoy is someone who uses their skin color to infiltrate and to harm black society. Check that out. That's a BAN, Black Alpha Network definition. Exclusive, baby. And that's what they do. Blackness don't mean shit to them. They don't give a fuck about being black. That's a counterfeit. When you see a motherfucker on TV talking about something, I'm black and our community commits the most crime, that's a counterfeit. When you see a motherfucker out here saying, man, really, we our own worst enemy. We the ones out here committing all the crime. That's a counterfeit. When you see a motherfucker walking around here saying, I got this long hair because my great-great-grandma was Indian on my dad's cousin, brother-in-law's sister's side. That's a counterfeit. One thing that all the motherfuckers got in common is that they not really black. And let's put this down. Never ever in your life feel ashamed to tell a motherfucker they ain't black enough. Joe Biden walk around tell motherfuckers they ain't black. So Joe Biden can tell you you ain't black, but us certifieds can't? Shit. You better look again. We on a motherfucking mission. And that's what we got to do. That's one thing I've examined and I've observed is that we don't tell people they ain't black. We don't say that enough. We need to start saying that shit more. That's how you gatekeep. That's how you gatekeep. That's how every other motherfucking group does. They have a tight system in play where you got to be loyal, you got to earn trust, and you got to represent the consensus of the motherfucking group. This open door policy where everybody can be everything. Oh, hell no. Hell no. That only goes with us. Because they want us to have an open door policy. Because you show me somebody with an open door policy and I'll show you somebody who's confused, scattered, don't know left from motherfucking right. And that's how they keep us. Other groups, they have a code. Why do they have a code? Because it's a clear understanding on who they are and how they operate. This is how we get down. This is what we think. And we all on one page. With black folks, it's you could be anything. What is blackness? Blackness could be this and it could be that. It could be that. I could be a black who hates blacks. I could be a black who don't want to be around blacks, but I'm just as black as you. No, the fuck you ain't. No, the fuck you ain't. That's like somebody going up in the church and they don't read the same scriptures. They don't pray to the same person. They don't follow the same guidelines, but they say, hey, I'm just as much as you. No, the fuck you ain't. Ain't no motherfucking way. You ain't gonna walk into a motherfucking college and you go to goddamn Florida State University, but you walk up in that motherfucker with a South Carolina jersey on and say, hey, I'm just as much as you. No, the fuck you ain't. And we got too many just as much as you motherfuckers running around. We got these black people who are anti-black and they say they just as black as us. Ain't nowhere in life can you take someone who is passionate, who puts in work, who gets gritty, who's in the trenches, who's with the people, and tell me that a motherfucker who hates blackness, speaks against blacks, has negative energy towards black folks, and they just the same. Hell nah. Only in the black community does that shit float. Only with us. You'll never see nobody in America. You'll never see somebody speaking against this country, talking down on this country, going against this country, and then turning around and saying, I'm just as American as you are. Americans would not go for that shit. Fuck no. Anybody who comes with that bullshit in America is going to be seen as a treasonous and your ass is going to be held accountable. You're going to be ran out. Anybody who ever comes on some funny style shit or you go against the grain in America, Ford trucks and apple pies, let a motherfucker come out and say, I don't celebrate 4th of July. I don't like hot dogs and I don't like hamburgers. I don't celebrate this, that, and the other thing. Memorial Day. I don't celebrate Veterans Day. Motherfucker will be seen as an outcast. How do you know it? Look at Colin Kaepernick. This guy is an American citizen and he said some things that were true about America. He was speaking the truth and they told him, you're un-American. You see how they gatekeep? You see how they had a tight guideline? As soon as the motherfucker didn't follow that, they told him he was un-American. So what's wrong when I tell you, you ain't black? Same thing. Same thing. If I could watch Fox News, I can watch CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, and all they do is tell people that they're un-American because they disagree, then I'm gonna tell motherfucker you ain't black. Write that down. Straight up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every other group tells motherfuckers who is and who's not. Everybody does. Everybody does. States do it. Countries do it. Towns, counties, jobs, football teams, baseball teams. You're not a real fan. Y'all ever heard that one before? In the sports world, motherfuckers say that to each other all day long. If you're in your car, you're listening to this right now, turn on sports radio. There's going to be somebody on there right now screaming at somebody else, telling them that they're not a real fan. Go say some shit like, I don't like this player A or this player B. And someone's going to say, you're not a real fan. You're not American. So everybody can tell someone who they are. Everyone can say what is and what ain't. Who is and who isn't, except for black people. Joe Biden can say it. Joe Biden can tell black folks they're not black if they don't vote for him. So goddamn it, B1's gonna tell you who's black and who ain't too. And that's the counterfeits. And we represent certified black society, and it all boils down to the certifieds and the counterfeits. We represent certified black society with a capital. All the way. We're the real black people. Oh yes, there's such thing as real and fake. I know they want to make it look like there's no such thing as real and fake, and they want to have black folks confused and scattered and blind, and we can't identify our culture. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. There's something called real and fake, and we call that shit certified and counterfeit. If you see a certified, you know it. All certified is B1. If you B1, you a certified. If you ain't B1 and you everybody else first, or you cooning, then you are a counterfeit. Fake. Fake as a motherfucking $3 bill. Motherfucker, you faker than Lee press-on nails. Ain't shit real about you. And that's what it all boils down to, and that's what we deal with in our community. And it's time we lay it out, and we break down all these counterfeits. Look at counterfeit, the definition. Counterfeit, for real, a fraudulent imitation of something else, a forgery. These motherfuckers is fraudulent trying to be black people, and they not. Up and down. Fraudulent and imminent fraudulentity. These are the definitions. Now, when I give you those definitions, do not tell me you don't see this when you look at Roland Martin, Don Lemons of the world, Candace Owens. That ain't no black woman. Oh no, we are the real black people. We are the real universal ancestor melanin created black folks. They are the slave master created black folks. They got the barcode on them. They're someone else's property. We're from the soil. We belong right here. They don't. They artificial. Ain't nothing about them real. They just people running around. They blank. They're not black. They blank. There's nothing there because they're not really black folks. The only thing that's black about them is their skin, and they use that as a weapon against us. Oh yeah. And that's why we call them counterfeits. The counterfeit Negro has always been around, and they've always used blackness to infiltrate and get in. Anytime someone is trying to send someone to fool you or to infiltrate you, they're not going to send an outsider because you're going to stop an outsider at the door. Who they going to send in? Candace Owens. So she can come in and say, as a black woman, you ain't black. That's how you got to talk to them. Just like that. Straight up. You ever notice the first thing they say is, as a black person? Why the fuck you got to say that? You ever seen the motherfucker say, as an American, I got to talk? Or as an American, let me say this. Why you got to say that around a bunch of Americans? You ever seen the motherfucker say, as a Walmart employee, as a cashier? What the fuck that got to do? You saying this shit around other black people. Why you got to remind black folks that you black? If you got to remind black people that you're black by saying as a black person, then you ain't black. What they say, if you real, you ain't got to tell nobody. I'm real motherfucking skeptical of a black person who got to start off the conversation and say as a black person. I've never said that in my motherfucking life. I guarantee none of you guys have ever said that shit. Not one real B1 has ever came out and said as a black person. You know that is followed by some coon shit. Coon shit. And the only reason they're saying as a black person is because they got to put that out there so they can infiltrate and say some ignorant shit. That's the only reason. Because certifieds don't say that. Certified said, listen, this how it is. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. Speak your mind. Tell a motherfucker what it is. They said what they said. That's how we get down. We don't got to tell a motherfucker our race and then say some stupid shit. You feel me? That's a counterfeit. Recognize these traits and counterfeits because they everywhere. And these people are not black. These are the barcodes. These people are the opposite of us. We represent the realness. We represent the truth. We're the ones who are going to build the community. We're the ones who are going to take the young folks and we're going to put them on the good path so they can succeed. We care about the welfare of black people. We care about prosperity. We care about growing, becoming what we are. These motherfuckers want to see us in chains. They want to see us laid out flat. Every single thing that the oppressor thinks about you, they think about you because they feel the same way. Same way. Counterfeits. Puppets. All they do is run around and they regurgitate supremacist talking points. They're minions. These people don't give a fuck about being black. And it confuses you because in your mind you sit there and think, how the fuck can one group of people be so anti-self? And you see a bunch of anti-self motherfuckers. They be breaking the law. Motherfuckers be shattering the records. These coons do some shit that is almost unfathomable. You sit back and you say, ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. This is why we got such a hard time calling out the counterfeits, because it's so fucking ignorant that you can't even wrap your mind around the shit. You ever see some shit so motherfucking pathetic that you don't even think would happen? But it does. This is how low these people are. This is the sunken place that they reside in. Anytime you think some shit can't get bad, or you think ain't no motherfucking way someone will be that fucking ignorant, here comes a counterfeit. And they say some shit that you wouldn't believe. Don't put nothing past them. Don't put nothing past them because they not black. And they walking around all day long hating themselves. I done argue down motherfuckers who are darker than midnight. I'm not black, motherfucker, you darker than midnight with a tan. Stop playing. And you arguing with somebody who is black telling you they ain't black. You don't see this nowhere else. This is the fugazi, low, sunken place, raggedy shit that goes on with these counterfeits. And that's why we're here to regulate. That's why we're here to check them and run them the fuck out so we can live all coon-free, B1 certified black and get rid of the counterfeits, checking them off the list one by one. And the best way to get rid of them, the best way to regulate them is calling for a race eviction. And I know a lot of black folks have been calling for this for years. There has to be a cleaning house. There just has to be. I mean, it's too long now. It's too late in the motherfucking game. We in the fourth quarter. We can't be playing no more. The playing is fucking done. If you got any playing in your heart, go sit down over there on the fucking bench and get out the way. Us real ones is trying to get results. Because we can't live like this no more. We need to make some motherfucking changes like ASAP. We need to change this game like 20 motherfucking years ago. And the best way to do that is a race eviction. What's the first step of a race eviction? Separate the certifieds from the counterfeits. We can scream FBA all day long. That's good. We can scream B1 all day. That's good. But a certified and a counterfeit, that puts a whole different tag on things. That brings some shit way more clear. See, a B1, that's an affiliation. That's a thought process. FBA, that's your lineage. That's where you from. That's what you represent. Certified is what the fuck you bout. That's what the fuck you are. The same way a counterfeit is what the fuck they are. Imagine sitting there and you talking to your brother, your sister, your family member and say, hey man, I just got back from a wedding, man. It was a good certified wedding. It was real good, man. A bunch of certified blacks. I just got back from a certified black family reunion. I was hanging out with my homeboy. He's a real certified. You know, I met a real beautiful girl, man. She's a certified black queen. And then you see another motherfucker and he's like, well, as a black counterfeit, I am a black counterfeit. It's all our fault counterfeit. With those two words, you can solve shit immediately. That's what I want everybody to do. That's what I want y'all to do for real. Start using the tag certified and counterfeit. Anytime you see somebody on that bullshit, counterfeit. When you see the motherfuckers on CNN and they be debating, it almost gives you the connotation and it gives you the thought process that it's two black people arguing. You know, he's black and she's black and she's black and he's black and they're just having an argument amongst black people. You ain't having an argument amongst black people when you talking to a coon, you talking to a counterfeit. And coons and counterfeits have to be seen as non-black. What is a counterfeit? It's a forgery. It's someone who's fake. And once you lay that on the table, that I'm real, you fake. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. When you lay that shit down, and it's clear that this is a real versus fake conversation. This ain't black and black. This ain't black on black. This isn't just a difference of opinion. This isn't just, we not all monolithic. That's the shit that they try to throw at you so they can let everybody get a word in. Everybody ain't getting no motherfucking word in. That's why we have so many issues today. It's because we got everybody getting the fucking word in because we haven't settled on what's real and what's fake. Once you lay that on the motherfucking table, you done took all the power away. It's strategy. And we got to come up off that lack of strategy. We need to strategize. We need to mobilize. And the best way you do this is you call motherfuckers out. You come up with terms and definitions. The great Neely Fuller said it best. He said you got to come up with your own terms because they ain't going to come up with them for you. What the fuck you think they're going to do? You think they're going to come up with words that liberate us and free us? You think they're going to say, hey, blacks, use this term. It'll help you out. Hell no. Fuck no. You know they ain't gonna do that, so you gotta come up with your own terms. And I know a great master teacher. He's locked away right now, and I send him salute up in Philly. He said it best. One love, brother, by the way. He said with one word can be so powerful that it can strike millions of thoughts in your head. And this is what they do in a negative way against us. So it's time that we strategize and we flip it back. And we use terms that empower us. How do they empower us? By making shit clear. Stripping away all of the power that the black on black, that the not monolithic, that the as a black woman, all that bullshit, you can squash all that with the word counterfeit. Try it. Straight up, I challenge everybody out there. See for yourself. Go out next time you're in any debate or you're going back and forth with somebody or you talking to a homeboy, tell them to use the term counterfeit. I guarantee you, you'll cancel everything they throw. Oh, black folks don't deal with you because real people don't deal with fake people. Certifieds don't deal with counterfeits and you a counterfeit. So you're not really black. So since you ain't black, we just gonna end this conversation and have a nice day. Hit him with that shit. Hit him with that. I'm telling you right motherfucking now. B1 family, FBA, let's get it. Go out there and next time you deal with anybody in any circumstance, you ain't gotta seek it out, but you know, it's gonna come. And when it come, hit a motherfucker with the term counterfeit. I guarantee you squash all they shit. And then smile at them, throw in the peace sign and walk away. Tell them, oh man, certifieds, we real. Counterfeits, y'all fake. We don't really listen to y'all. Deuces, stroll right the fuck out. They're gonna be sitting there thinking, this motherfucker called me fake. They'll probably hit you with the, I am just as black as you. I am just as black as you. And then you tell them, I expected you to say something like that because that's usually what counterfeits do when they get exposed. So you just further let me know. And I appreciate you proving my point. Have a nice day. Peace out. Get them. Let me know how that shit go. Hit me up. I don't give a fuck. Instagram, Twitter. Hit me up right here. Let me know how that shit works out for you. But I guarantee you gonna win every time. Us certifieds, we real. We represent real. And I got a motto in my life. One of my principles is, if you the realest motherfucker, act like it. Act like it. We don't need to be going back and forth with these motherfuckers. No, we don't come way motherfucking down from the top all the way down here to the bottom to deal with a motherfucker who ain't really black in the first place. I have no problems with telling a motherfucker they ain't black. I ain't got no qualms, no quarrels, and no quirks about telling somebody that you ain't black. If you walking around in this motherfucker and you talking all this anti-black shit, if you a black person in blackface talking down about black people, you won't be tolerated. And I'm not gonna say you're a black person who just has a difference of opinion. I'm not gonna say you're a black person who's wrong. I'm not even gonna call you a coon. Coon is fun, but coon is a joke, he. Coon is still basically saying he's black, he's just a bad black. He's black, but he's just wrong right now. He's black, but he's a clown. I ain't telling you a clown because I ain't clowning. I'm telling you, you ain't black. And since you ain't black, your words are going to be viewed as someone from the outside. And we don't listen to outsiders. So, deuces, have a good day. Simple as that. Simple as that. And that's why we stay on this certified shit. So that's what it's all about. Certifieds and counterfeits, separating the real from the fake. And the real, we don't deal with them. Nope. Ain't happening. We ain't stopping the car and we don't give a fuck what you say. So once you tell somebody that they not black and you tell them that shit from a real B1 certified black society point of view, they done. They done. I seen it on TV one day. Some guy on CNN was arguing. He was saying all types of typical shit. It was your stereotypical anti-black counterfeit talk where he was using his black skin as a weapon against black people. And he was throwing out all types of negative stereotypes, throwing out all types of hazardous words about black people. And he was justifying it off the notion of, I'm black just like you. The same shit that Candace Owens does, all of them. He was talking that counterfeit shit, and this one guy said, are you really black? Matter of fact, who's that guy? His name was Paris something on CNN. Hey, if y'all can find it, Google that shit, all right? But the guy said, are you really black? And then he just got mad. He's like, wait a minute. What? He started yelling this shit. He got real angry. And I noticed that he didn't mind saying all them negative things. He didn't mind talking all that dirt. He didn't mind getting called a coon. He didn't mind getting called anything. But the one thing that got him pissed is when he was told that he wasn't black. You know why? And this is very, very imperative why you got to call someone a counterfeit. Because remember, the dominant society needs them to be black so they can infiltrate black people. One more time for the Black AlphaCast. Let me run that shit all the way back. The dominant society needs a counterfeit to be black so he can harm black people. If a coon is not black, what is he doing? He can't do his job for the dominant society. The dominant society sits him down and says, listen now, Marquise, I picked you because you have black skin. And I need that black skin to infiltrate black society and tell us all that shit they do. I need you to do that. So if they don't see you as black, I don't have a job for you. You're gonna have to get a pink slip. I'm gonna have to terminate your contract. Trust me, this is what the fuck go on. So when you tell a motherfucker he's a coon, they be like, oh, you're just name calling. Why do you gotta go there? Man, they got ways to handle that shit. When you tell the motherfucker he's an Uncle Tom, no, why you gotta go there? Why we gotta call names? We're not all monolithic. They got ways to go there. You done gave these motherfuckers practice for hundreds of years on the coon and the Uncle Tom and the sellout. They got ways around that. They'll just tell you, you're just an angry black who just doesn't understand. You call the motherfucker a counterfeit. You tell them that, hey, I represent millions of black people. You only represent millions of non-black people. Then all of a sudden they stuck. They ain't got nowhere to go. And then oh shit, fuck. The blacks don't see me as black. So how the hell can I infiltrate them now? How the fuck can I harm them now? How can I go back to massa and say the people that you need me to be black for don't even see me as black, and they stop me and say you can't come in? Matter of fact, I got it right here. Check this out. I got this Paris whatever guy name. This guy is the biggest counterfeit you ever seen in your life. And he's always talking down on black people. He's always talking against black society, and he never has anything good to say. But the moment he gets called a counterfeit, the moment his blackness is questioned, then he flip-flops and goes from I ain't black to I am black. I ain't black here, I am black now. Watch what happens when you call out a counterfeit. When you take away the one weapon they have, and that's their deceitful skin color. When you use that against them, then all of a sudden, the same person who hates being black wants to all of a sudden be seen as black. Hey, I got it right here. Listen to it. Check it out.
you continue to go there, Paris, but the reality is that President Trump has not done enough, and I'm ashamed that you, as an African-American, Paris, will not say that.
Well, Keith, I don't need you to try to pull my black card. I am well aware of my blackness and don't need you to try to classify me as being one. I understand what racism is. Keith, don't go there. Do not go there. I know what it means to be a black man in this country. I know, and I experience racism on a regular basis by being a Trump supporter and by being a proud American who happens to be a Republican. I get racist comments.
That's the racism you experience by being a Trump supporter?
I get racist comments about my family, about my mother, about my girlfriend, about my character, every single day mostly coming from black people, Keith. If you really want to get down to it, my family's from Georgia. Keith, let me finish. My family's from Georgia. We have members of our family that went missing because of the KKK taking them up. So don't come to me and tell me about what it means to be a black person in this country. I fought every day in the George W. Bush White House. Yes, Keith, let me finish. No, I won't calm down because I will not be attacked by you about my blackness because I happen to be a Republican and I listen to our president.
Paris, you're really going off the rails here.
I am going off the rails because you have no ground and no respect to attack somebody like this.
You're obviously very sensitive and defensive about this issue, Paris, because you have your own issues and demons to resolve.
Get your guests under control.
Just do me a favor, just please come
get
on
them under control because I will not come on the show be disrespected, have my ethnicity
disrespect African Americans every day when you come on the show.
Hang on, please.
And you don't represent them at all. You don't represent the 8% of the that voted for this president.
Guys, you're the spokesperson.
I'm not their spokesperson. I have to be a black person who agrees with this president, and I'm proud that he stood up there and said what he said, denouncing the Klan, denouncing David Booth like he did in March. For my mother, for my girlfriend, for my friends. Ah, shit. Now you see when old buddy said, "Are you black?" The motherfucker went from straight up coon to, "Wait a minute, no, I'm no black because I Republican and I know this." And the dude said, "You black because you were Republican?" He was pissed. You know he a counterfeit. He just sat here and talked about how black he was and defended his blackness. And then he said he experiences racism from black people. So even when he's trying to tell you how black he is, and even when he's trying to call out racism, he still blames black folks for racism. A counterfeit just can't stop. He just can't hide it. Look how mad he got. Hey, and old buddy was toying with him. He said, "Are you black? You very sensitive right now. Calm down." And I want y'all to see how this illustrates that a counterfeit gets angry when you say he ain't black. And they don't do it because they love black people. You obviously see this motherfucker don't love black people. He don't love himself. All right? The motherfucker looks in the mirror and he hates what he sees. The reason he gets mad is because he's got to go answer to Zaddy. And Zaddy's going to want to know why black folks don't see him black. Because when he ain't black, he ain't got nothing no more. His little cloak and his little weapon, his little badge of honor that allows him to get away with all that sneaky shit, boom, out the door. So he's not really mad because he loves black people. No, he's getting very mad because he's about to lose his job. Because remember, when a coon or a counterfeit ain't seen as black no more, they asses is going to the unemployment office because that's the only reason Zaddy wants them. God damn, that shit was funny. That shit was counterfeits going wild. Just listening to how mad he got, that shit gives you every reason in the world to call him a counterfeit. Just walk out and just see him. Counterfeit. Just piss him off. Fuck it. Shit, if they get that mad, hey, I'm gonna use it. Straight up. That same dude always got a smug look on his face. He's always disrespecting black people. He's always talking down on black people. Then y'all notice all of a sudden, when someone tells him, "You ain't black," what'd he do? He got mad. He got pissed. All of a sudden, Mr. Coon, Mr. Talk down on black people, Mr. Disrespect black people, Mr. Always got something negative to say about black people, then all of a sudden he want to talk about how black he is. Y'all notice that? I want y'all to pick up on that. I want you to notice how the same guy who don't walk black, talk black, act black, has no unity to blackness, his whole job and his whole agenda is to smear and slander black folks. Once his blackness was questioned, then all of a sudden he wanted to make a point how black he was. Now, did he talk about how black he was because he loves black folks? Did he do it because he's down with black folks? Did he all of a sudden have an awakening? He says, "I am a black man." No, he did it because he has to always have a black card so he can infiltrate black society, so he can use his skin as a weapon. He weaponizes blackness. And once you're not seen as black, you ain't got no more weapon. A coon and a counterfeit, their number one thing is their black skin. Their black skin is the most important thing to them because their black skin is what gets them the damn job title. Their black skin is why the dominant society chooses them. Quite frankly, they weaponize their black skin against the black community. And without that blackness, they ain't got nothing. Black skin is the number one weapon of a counterfeit. Without having melanated skin, he goes nowhere. That's why they choose him. Now, this same guy who's always saying there ain't no racism, when you say he ain't black, he starts screaming racism. Now, this same guy who says, I'm not a black man, I'm just an American, I'm just a Republican. When you say he ain't black, all of a sudden he wants to say he has a black experience now. Every other moment of his life, he doesn't want to be anything near black. I mean, listen to the way he is. I mean, listen to him. Listen how the guy talk. Nothing about him is cultural. The only time they're concerned with blackness is when blackness can be used as an opportunity to harm us. And that is a counterfeit. His cover was blown. He was compromised. See, once we see somebody and we understand that they're using that skin tone as some type of disguise and some type of mask on, then we understand it and then we get them up out of there. Look at all these organizations they got. The NAACP, Black Lives Matter. All those groups got to put black on the forefront. And they use that term the same way they use that color. It's only designed to get black folks' attention. It's only designed to get us on board with things that do not help us out. And it's to push everybody else's agenda, everyone else's program. And they do this over and over and over. We got whole organizations and groups that use blackness. The term Black History Month. Black History Month now pushes other people's agendas. And you got to put black on it. Man, these folks is like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Why do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine was running around telling everybody what crew he was in and he had to be down with this crew? He had all them colors he was waving. Why do you think he did that? Because he needed that so he can infiltrate that crew. And look what happened to everybody he was with. He told on everybody, because he infiltrated them. But he needed that flag to do it. Because if he wasn't waving that flag, he would have never been able to get on the inside. And that's the same thing a counterfeit does. Only his flag is his skin tone. And he uses that color, and the same way Tekashi did it is the same way he did it. They use that color to infiltrate a brother. Black skin tone is used as the disguise. Melanin is used as a disguise. People flash that black skin, and then they start kicking other agendas that have nothing to do with black people. That have nothing to do with the betterment of our community. They'll start talking about Democrat, Republican. They'll start talking about feminism. They'll start talking about animal rights. But they walk to the door, bop, bop, bop. Who is it? And then they flash that skin tone. Oh, come on in. And fools fall for that shit. That's why we see past color. We got to see your soul. What's your soul like? What's your mentality? What's your mind frame? What you thinking? Are you down? You got to vet people. We got to have a vetting system. You have to vet everybody who comes through. Knowing this and how we got all these jackals and these hyenas and all these snakes who use their skin tone to get through, you got to do it. And this goes back to slavery as we spoke of. Back in slavery, what happened? The house Negro would come in and he'd say, I'm black like you guys. Master said, go pick that cotton. Master said, go get whipped. Master said, go bring your wife upstairs and hand her over. And what would he use to do it? He would use his skin color. Black skin color has been used as a weapon against black people for years. It's a cloak. And it's time we start calling it out and we do something about it. This has to be the era where we stop that shit. Because I'm sick of seeing motherfuckers come in and say, oh, look at my color. Look at that one guy, dude who sold out Fred Hampton. William O'Neill, that was his name. And what that sucker do? Flashed his skin color, sold out Fred Hampton, infiltrated the Black Panther Party. The Black Panthers had people all across the board infiltrating them. And how they get in? Color. Because these are counterfeits. Believe that, know that, understand that. Oh, and it don't just stop there. Not only can you check the counterfeit who's trying to talk, you can also check the dominant society. Because the dominant society loves putting the counterfeit in front of us. They love showcasing the black person and telling the whole world how they speak on behalf of our community. Telling the whole world how this is our leader. All that picking our leaders and picking our heroes, that's only because they ain't been checked. But now you can check them in broad daylight. So when they put forth all these activists, these BLM activists and say, this is so-and-so and they're the leaders of the black community. Or when they say, this is Mr. Jackson and Mrs. Jones and they're well established. We could say, no, they ain't. Them are counterfeits. But she's well established. Nope, she's a counterfeit. But he's a leader of BLM. Nope, he's a counterfeit. But we put him on TV. Nope, they counterfeits. A counterfeit is somebody that the black community rejects. A counterfeit is somebody that the black community does not respect. A counterfeit is somebody that holds no weight, no value, no attention, and no say-so. So therefore, the person that you got on TV, they mean absolutely nothing. They're irrelevant. That's how you handle it. What my folks say on the East Coast, early. In they night real early and be home in time for cornflakes. That's how the fuck you handle that shit. You don't get up there and you don't go tick for tack with somebody, because when you debating them, it makes it seem like it's two black folks arguing. It ain't two black folks. It's a real black person and then it's a fake black person. And the real always wins. So that's how you handle it. Quick, fast, and easy. Straight up and down. So we gonna call them counterfeits, and I want y'all to lay that shit the fuck out and hit them with it anytime you see them. Because we certified and we letting them be known. Ain't nothing better. And when that shit happens, you come back and tell me how right you are, because I already know you gonna be right. Tell me how much you won, because I already know you gonna win. I just want to hear the motherfucking stories. I just want to hear them. I got some of my own. Trust me, shit. This shit is being applied. I got a good record of this shit. This shit is very proven. Shit. I'm undefeated. Up and down. Oh, by the way, hit that subscribe button. Bang them notifications. Like, comment, share. Let's keep on building this thing. As y'all seen, this Black AlphaCast is going. We pushing. We catching real heat right now, and we're gonna keep it pushing all the way through. So I appreciate that, and send this all the way around the world. And any certified black you know, please share it with them, and each one teach one, so we can keep doing this thing. And like I say, that means all of us, because we all certified. And how we came down to the certified counterfeit thing is I sat back and I examined the black race, and one thing I seen was we got some shit to go on with us that don't really go on with other motherfuckers. A lot of things. I mean, our greatness is different than everybody else. So is the counterfeits and all the suckers that go on. There's some exclusive, ignorant shit to go on. You don't have other groups where a lot of them blame each other. You don't see that. You're never going to see a W on TV saying, it's all our fault. I agrees with Dr. Umar. I agrees with Black Alpha. I agrees with Dr. Claude. We need to treat blacks better. You ain't never going to see that shit. But you'll see a black person on TV real fast talking about some, I agree with Donald Trump. I agree with Joe Biden. Really, it is our fault. You know the it's all our fault character. I only see that in the black community. You don't never see the it's all our fault character go on with these other groups. Because even if they feel that way, they're not going to say it. We got these all our fault motherfuckers that go around the world. What Dr. Claude said? He said, you show me someone who's willing to sell out black folks, I'm going to tell you how much money they're going to make. Because it's a lucrative business. Counterfeit. Yes, they make a lot of money counterfeiting. You feel me? That's just because ain't nobody checked them on it. You did. And that goes on in our community all the time. People get literally monetized to be counterfeits. And they do it, hey, a lot of them will do it for free. But if they can make a couple extra bucks, a couple coins from it, they're going to jump at it. And you see that time after time again. But that's all cool, because what we doing is we separating the two of them. When you separate that, then you understand who needs to get the fuck out the house and who needs to stay. And shit will change. Trust me. If we did that and we laid out the certifieds and the counterfeits, shit would change overnight. Because now we're not just dealing with a bunch of motherfuckers like, who are you? Why are you here? Our problem is that we're trying to share a house with some motherfuckers who don't even want to live here. We're trying to share a house with motherfuckers who don't even like the family. But everybody's in this motherfucker because we got the same skin tone. Oh, you got to see past that. I always tell people, black skin in the end, that shit don't work with me. You know the saying, all my skin folk ain't my kin folk. That's how counterfeits get up in the building. These people are roommates. They live in the same house with us. They live in the same community, the same society, and they don't even want to be here because they have no love for it. Jason Black said it best. I listened to him the other day, and he said, every other group, you have to earn to be a part of the race. You're not born with it. You got to earn it. You got to show allegiance. You got to show loyalty. You got to show that you down. You got to show that you passionate. You got to put in the work, just like every other aspect of society. You join any branch of the military, you got to show and prove. You join any job, you got to show and prove. Football teams, you got to show that you down for the team. You willing to go across the middle, catch a pass, and get drilled and hold on to the ball for the betterment of the team. You got to block for the running back so you can show for the team. With us, motherfucker just say, I was born black. My opinion is just as valuable as yours. I mean, I know you go around, you teach kids. I know you put your money on the line. I know you cry, you have blood, sweat, and tears for our community. Me, I don't care about any of that, but I'm just as black as you. Fuck no, that's a counterfeit. And today we checking that shit and we putting an end to it. Yes, indeed. So when you look at it from that aspect, that's how the race eviction occurs, and that's where the race eviction starts. It starts with labeling and identifying. Designate who's who, what's what. And stop doing this whole we not all monolithic and everybody can be everything. All that does is cause confusion and a distraction. But when you start talking that certified black society, all that does is make things crystal clear. And I know one thing for sure. When B1s got things crystal clear, we in full control. And that's where we are right now. And it's real easy to do. And it's real simple. Because we're the only race that has two races inside of one. This is how you got to view it. You first got to view that we have two different races operating inside of one. Second, you got to understand that just blackness, it isn't a badge of honor, it's a privilege. And if you do not represent it in the highest regard, which starts with loving yourself and loving your people, then you cannot be a part of this. And it's your job as a B1 FBA certified to uphold that. People's feelings get hurt, fuck them. You know how we do. And then third, understanding that there's two groups inside of this one race, then let's stop with the we shit and we and all. Black folks got to understand when to say we, when to say us, and when not to. Because motherfuckers walk around all the time and say, we's got to do better. What the fuck you mean we? Every other group has shit that goes on all the time and they never own it. They'll go out their way to say, no, that was them three motherfuckers. That don't represent our group. No. Those people who stole that shit from the store, that was they asses. They don't represent our group. Black folks, a motherfucker steal some bubble gum. And somebody gonna walk around and say, man, we's needs to do's better, y'all. Man, fuck that. Ain't no we. We is certified, we is B1. Them counterfeits are over there. And you gotta start talking with some separatists. You gotta start talking like there is a divide. You motherfucking right, there's a divide. Certifies and counterfeits, real fake. Motherfuckers who bout it, motherfuckers who ain't bout it. If you ain't bout it, you the fuck over there. You'll never ever in my life hear me say we in regards to Candace Owens. Shit. You'll never in your motherfucking life hear me say we in regards to Roland Martin. Shit. We's is not the motherfucking same. Ain't nothing about him like me. He don't represent me. He don't stand by me. He's not down for my people, down for my cause. And I look at him as an outsider. And that's what you got to do. Counterfeits got to be seen as foreigners, outsiders. The same way you view an outsider is the same way you got to view one of them. Now, I know a lot of black folks got problems because they want to be friends with everybody. Black folks do that we are the world shit. It be a motherfucker telling you, I don't like y'all. We'll say, we all humans now. So we try to make all humans one goddamn group. So you know we're going to do this for counterfeits. It stops now. And certifies is going to put an end to that stuff, at least on our part. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can walk around this motherfucker saying we are the world and hold arms and kick their motherfucking legs and shit like that. Or keep saying we's and we's and we's. Now motherfucking use and use and use because us real ones is over here. And we living it up, baby. We living it all the way up. We chilling the fuck back and watching all the shit go down. But either way, we shining. And let's get to the biggest counterfeit in the world. I got two of them. Oh, yes, I do. Y'all ready for this one? And I know y'all know this. We want to talk about people who act black, who front to be black so they can get places. You want to talk about black faces in high places, but don't do nothing for the black community? Oh, let's go there. Oh, I got one for you. The biggest counterfeit in the last 100 years, Barack Obama. Second biggest, Kamala Harris. These are two counterfeits who've been running around here acting like they certified and ain't neither one of them certified. They are the biggest counterfeits you're going to see in your life. These are people who identify with other cultures and they only use blackness to get the black vote. Because that's the number one way they try to use these counterfeits on us is voting. I'm the first black president, the first black vice president, and neither one of them are really black. Not mentally and not soulfully at all. Both of them push everybody else's agenda. We got presidents who are counterfeits. Forget the house Negro. Forget the anchors on TV. Every day it's I'm the first black this and I'm the first black that. Every time you see a first black, they counterfeits. It's funny how these first blacks never do anything for black people. Let me say it like this. You may say you the first black, but I'll tell you what, you ain't the first black counterfeit. Barack Obama was a counterfeit. Nothing about this guy is black. Nothing about this man was cultural. Nothing about this man. You listen to the way he talks, the way he walks. Kamala Harris. Y'all remember that little fake video they put out after the election? It was like some girl walking into the White House and they was trying to portray it as Kamala's first day in the White House. And they was acting like she was going to come in there like sister girl and say, put the hot sauce there, put the hot sauce right here, take that down. And she was acting real sister. Man, please. I seen a real sister on Twitter. Shout out to whoever you are. But I seen a real sister on there and she said, man, take this fucking video down. She said, Kamala don't act like that. Kamala ain't some sister girl you trying to make her out to be. She ain't in there talking about no damn hot sauce and all this black stuff. Y'all out y'all mind trying to force blackness on this woman. That woman's not in there talking none of that because she's a counterfeit. And if somebody don't walk black, talk black, act black, call them out. And don't let nobody tell you that what's blackness? What do you mean act black? Don't let nobody try to shame you with that because when it comes to black folks, all of a sudden people play dumb. They play dumb with black folks for 500 years. Huh? What is the moon? What's the stars? I mean, what is life? What is breathing? Motherfuckers act like they don't know what's very, very well known when it comes to black people. And that's just a tactic that they can try to weasel their way out. So yes, there is something called acting black. There is something called talking black. It's called culture. Culture. And anywhere else in the world, people understand this. All of a sudden, when they get the blacks, stop. Then all of a sudden, people act like they don't know what culture is. Like we say, you ask somebody what's an American, they'll break down the American culture. You ask somebody what it's like to be this religion, they'll break down the religion. You can ask someone what it's like to be from a city or a state, they'll break it down. To be a New Yorker is this. California people, we walk like this. Texans, we're like this. Everyone says it. Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. Come on now. But all of a sudden, when you get to black folks, what is black? Huh? They want to questionize everything with us. They try to put a question mark on everything that we do. Because that keeps us confused. It keeps us vague. Everything's real murky. And when things are murky, they can weasel in and slide in. That's why they want to have flat blackness. Anybody can be black. Every black person can have a different opinion. You don't even have to be down with the culture. You can just be black. Nah, that don't go for anything in the world. There ain't nothing in society where you can be the opposite of everybody and still say that you're a part of it. Except for blackness. Blackness, you can hate black people and still say you're black. No. We're going to do it just like every other group. Every other group has a defined culture. Every other group has defined actions. Every other group has defined beliefs. We're going to have the same ones. We already got them. They just don't want to acknowledge them. But we're going to bring it to the motherfucking front. So no longer is black just going to be anything in the world. Black is going to be what it's always been. It's going to be a soul. It's going to be a culture. And we're going to operate in a particular manner. And if you do not operate like it, then you ain't black. And as a certified B1, you got the right to say it. And I said it. Who going to check me? Not a counterfeit. So when you say we and you say us, make sure you're only talking about someone who's got that black soul, who got that black mentality, who got that black love. And if you're talking about that, then it's we. Anything other than that, then it's them. It's they. It's okay. Don't let a motherfucker try to shame you because they always want to shame us. Every other group can go around and put these divides in the middle and say, nope, that's not us. Nope, you're not one. You ain't black. You ain't American. You ain't this. You ain't that. Everybody else can say that. But when we say it, motherfuckers want to shame us. We all the same, man. You talking that division, you being divisive. Yeah, of course I'm going to be divisive with the motherfucker I'm divided from. Shit. One thing about me, B-A-N, baby, you can't motherfucker shame me. All right, you don't shame me, I shame you. You feel me? And we going to keep that shit pushing. So, it's okay. Don't be afraid to start saying them and they and those over there. If that shit don't apply to B1, the goddamn right is them. If that shit don't apply to B1, the goddamn right is they. If it don't apply to certified black society, you goddamn right, it ain't no we. Shit. You'll never see me associating myself or combining myself with people who don't have my best interest. That don't do me no favors. No favors. And I'm all about getting it in for my people. So no, it makes no sense. Zero sense. They can pour all the shame, and I know we live in a world nowadays, they want to shame anybody with a difference of a motherfucking opinion. They want to shame your ass if you thinking different. Well, I say fuck you. Shit. I say what I say and we stand on it. I'm not from the shame somebody era. I'm from the tell it how it is era. And we gonna keep telling it how it is. And how it is that we certified and they are counterfeits, and you gotta see it as foreigners. Insiders, outsiders. Domestic, abroad. They are foreigners, they're outsiders. What they say holds no weight, holds no value, and quite frankly, we just don't give a shit what they think. They are so far removed from us, we see them as so opposite from us that we don't even acknowledge them. Fuck asking them, fuck talking to them, fuck even speaking to them. We don't even care. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. A counterfeit can do whatever they do. We just gonna let it be known one thing. We are certified, so we hold value. You are counterfeit, so you are obsolete. Point blank, said and done, live with it. And other than that shit, I'm gonna go home and have me a motherfucking lemonade. I'm gonna sit back and go on about my motherfucking certified day. I'm gonna call up my certified queen and we're gonna have a nice conversation. I'm gonna call up my certified brother and we're gonna have a nice conversation. I'm gonna go deal with all my certified friends and all my certified family members and my certified co-workers, and we're gonna build a certified black society. And I'm gonna talk to these certified babies and these certified children, and I'm gonna teach them certified lessons on how to be a good certified citizen, and counterfeits is gonna be whatever the fuck they wanna be. Bet that. And that's how it all boils down. Because when you look at it, I mean, you mean to tell me Malcolm X and Roland Martin are in the same race? Or is that two different goddamn races that need to be viewed as two different races? Right? You mean to tell me Afeni Shakur and Candace Owens are the same race? Really? Nah, fuck that. Or is that two different races who need to be seen different? Right? You mean to tell me that Dr. Claude, Dr. Kaba, Dr. Henry Clark are the same as Kanye, OJ, and Tiger Woods? Fuck to the no. Those are two different groups, and they deserve to be seen as different. Point blank. So that's how it is, and that's how we see it, and we're going to continue to see it that way, and we're going to break it down. I want all of y'all to start dropping that on them, throw them certified black societies right along up with them B1s and them FBAs, and we're going to be all right. If you notice, every time we speak, I give a roll call to all my brothers, sisters, kings, queens, goddess, and gods, because that's what we are on the higher plane. And then right here, directly, I give a shout out to the FBAs, to the B1s, and the certifieds, because that's who we are in the flesh. You dig? And I want y'all to continue to rep that certified and understand that we are different. We are our own group. We are separate from them. And ain't a force on this planet that's ever going to associate us, associate our ancestors, and associate our elders with them shit. So they going to be counterfeits, and we going to be certified. And go look at the dictionary what it says about a counterfeit. You dig? They trying to be like us, but they can never be like us because there's only one of us. Bet that. All right, this is Black Alpha 6, baby. One love. I'm sending y'all more salutes every single day. Make sure you bang that subscribe and bang that like and share this all the way around the world. Hit me up on Twitter. Like I said, if I'm not following you, hit me up so I can follow you. And I appreciate all the comments. All my sister queens, I love y'all. All my brothers, I love y'all. The whole family, much love and respect. Oh, and by the way, I seen a lot of y'all tell me to keep pushing and keep doing my thing and basically never stop and keep coming with that good content and don't let anybody get in my way. Message delivered and message received. I heard everything you said and I take it to heart and I trust you. Nothing will ever stop this B-Word train, baby. We gonna keep on pushing. This right here has been one of my favorite episodes, Certified and Counterfeit. I've been saying this for years, but I finally got a chance to speak this aloud to everybody. So let's put this shit in motion. And once we put it in motion, it's over. We got it on wrap for sure. I love y'all. Stay certified. Keep smashing on the counterfeits because this is a certified summer and it's certified for life. This is Black Alpha 6 and black is beautiful and beautiful is black.